Hiya. I thought I'd do a slightly different video. Um, this one's kind of different. You've heard of my dream blogs, and now I'm gonna do something new, and I'm gonna tell you about my personal paranormal experiences. Yeah, that was paranormal right there. Yeah. I've had a few paranormal experiences in my time. I had about 4 of them. And all 4 have stuck with me. Especially one that actually stuck with me, which I often, still to this day, wonder who or what it was. And the funny thing is, about each and every one of these paranormal experiences I've had, it's happened once and only once. That was like the first and last time it happened. So I like to call these entities visitors because they visit once and only once and they never come back again. Like I said, I've had 4. I have 4 visitors that come. And the last visitor I had came out of nowhere, and I'll admit I was laughing because when I get scared, I laugh. And the other 3, I wasn't scared at all, more curious and a bit taken back rather than scared. So this paranormal experience I've had is one of those that I often wonder who, what, and why. When I was younger, this had to be when I was 3, possibly 4 years old. And one night I woke up in the middle of the night, and basically when I wake up in the middle of the night and I'm trying to get back to sleep, I always think about stuff like imagination, and I always look around the room and, wonder what to do next. There were times where I even would sneak to watch TV because I had a TV in my room, and I would sometimes watch movies or TV, just to pass the time, something like that. And on this particular night, I did not do that. Basically, I was lying in bed. Now, to give you a layout of my room, I had an air mattress. I was sleeping on an air mattress. I don't remember if the bed that I had was broken or I outgrew the bed and that was temporary until I got a new bed. But I was sleeping on an air mattress. Now, the air mattress, the top part, like the top side of the air mattress, was up against the wall, and along this wall there was a window. The side of the mattress, the right side of the mattress, was propped up against a wall, and on that wall, alongside that wall, was the closet. And the end of the air mattress, the end of the bed, was facing the room door to get in and out of the room. So here's the room door, and adjacent to that is the closet door. Now, keep in mind when I tell you this, both of these doors were closed. There was no indication that they were opened at any time. There was at no point were they opening, at no point were they closing. Basically, both these doors were closed. And on this particular moment, I was looking around the room and something had caught my eye at the end of my bed. And at the end of my bed, right in front of there, was a solid black figure. Now, it was a man. It was solid. It looked like a man. Like man, tall, kind of buff, kind of big. And it was just standing there looking at me. Everything was black. There was no indication of eyes other than I knew it was looking at me. And I wasn't scared. I was not scared. I was a bit taken back. And the one thing that grabbed my attention even more was the head. The head showed no indication of hair. It was like bald, like shaved. And the only person that I knew who had a shaved head was my dad. My dad would always, and still to this day, he would shave his head. So me putting the two together, I thought it was my dad. And the first words that came out of my mouth was, daddy, calling out my dad, daddy, thinking that it was him. And the funny part was, whatever that person was or being was, it shook his head. Shook his head. That was it. Shook its head no. And oddly enough, I weirdly went back to sleep. I went back to sleep, and like I said, that was the first and last time I ever saw it. Like I said before, it didn't come from my closet. It didn't come into the room. It was already in there, and it basically said no. The funny thing was, I didn't feel fear by it. It was just standing there motionless, just looking at me. I didn't feel fear by it. I guess I was more confused. I did not tell anyone this story until I was about 12 years old. I was telling some friends of mine about it, and they were like, oh my God, so scared about it. And then I didn't tell the story again until I was 13. I was talking to my uncle. Believe it or not, this actually took place um, after my grandfather had passed away. And after he passed away, I was in the living room. Like, we were there for a little while at my grandmother's house, I guess, there for more support and help her out with the last minute things. And I remember being in the living room talking to my uncle, and I don't know how the conversation got brought up. I told him about it, and the first thing he asked me was, did you feel fear by it? I said, no, I did not. I don't even know what it was. That was the first and last time I saw it. Obviously, it understood me and never saw it again. And of course, well, it probably may not have been evil. It probably not have been this and that. Regardless of the matter, if it was bad, it probably just got bored of me real quick. Like, okay, yeah, this girl's not gonna give me what I want. See ya. I told my mom about it, and the first thing she said was like, I think someone came to say hello to you, came to visit you. The only thing she couldn't figure out was if it was my dad's dad, because I never met my dad's dad. I never met my grandfather. I never met him. I met my mom's grandfather. I've spent time with him. I've spoken to him, but not my dad's dad. He passed away way before I was born. And there's always been a joke that he always wanted to have a daughter. And it's kind of ironic because sometime after he passed away, I was born. And I am the first girl or first granddaughter of that family. Everyone else has boys. My mom's brother has 2 boys. One of my dad's brothers, he has 2 brothers. One of them has a son. And I am basically the only girl in that family, Basically everyone is male. I have my little brother. He's the third one, and then the fourth one was my dad's nephew. But yeah, there's only 4 males in the family, and I'm the only girl in this bloodline, in this lineage. I guess that's the only way I can speak of. And my mom thinks that my dad's dad came for a visit to say hello. But then again, what was kind of bugging her was there was another person, I think a great grandfather. I can't remember from which side. I don't know whose side they belong to. But she says maybe they came for a visit because of a shaved head. Because they would shave their head too. So I don't know. But I never found out, honestly, if they came for a visit. Cool, they came for a visit, guess to say hello or maybe watch over me for a bit or whatever the reason. Like I said, that was the first and last time I've ever seen whatever that was. And still to this day, I don't feel fear by it. It's one of those things that, are there times where I will look at the end of the bed to see who's standing there? Yes, of course. That doesn't go away. That stays with you, But that's like the first and last time I've ever seen something of that nature. The rest of the other paranormal experience I've had were like slightly different. But the funny part was the one thing that there's a pattern to each of those paranormal experiences that I have had. It happened once and only once. And basically, they never came again. Well, that's my paranormal experiences. I will upload more paranormal experiences that I've had. But this one particularly has stuck with me because I don't know who it was. It wasn't my dad, of course. But I don't know. It may have been a family member. It may not have. I don't know. But all in all, that's my paranormal experience. It is one of many that I've had. That was my first ever paranormal experience that I've had. And quite frankly, what can I do? I will always remember, no matter what.